Daniel was one signature away from sending $8,000 to a woman he had never met. The bank form was already on the counter. His pen rested above the final line. On his phone was a message from Elena. "Please hurry, and do not tell your daughter." Daniel was 71. His wife had died 3 years earlier, and the quiet in his house had become its own kind of weather. Then Elena appeared. For 3 months she video-called him almost every night. She remembered his birthday. She asked about his aching knee. She prayed with him before bed and said she understood what it meant to feel alone. Daniel did not fall in love with a photograph. He fell in love with being remembered. Then Elena said she was in danger. She needed $8,000 to leave quickly. She promised she would repay him when they were finally together, but there was one condition. "If you love me, keep this between us." Secrecy made the request feel intimate. Urgency made questions feel cruel. And Daniel wanted so badly to be the man who helped her that he almost stopped being the man who protected himself. At the bank, the teller looked at the transfer form, then at Daniel. She did not embarrass him. She did not call him foolish. She asked one simple question. "Have you ever met her in person?" Daniel looked down at the pen. Then she asked another. "Why does helping her require hiding it from your family?" That question created the first quiet space Elena had not controlled. Daniel remembered a line from Proverbs. "The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps." Prudence is often misunderstood. It can sound cold, suspicious, even unloving. But biblical prudence is not a locked heart. It is a heart that pauses at the door and looks before opening. The proverb does not shame people for trusting. It warns us not to surrender judgment just because a voice sounds tender. Love and wisdom are not enemies. Real love can survive a question. It can survive a phone call to a daughter, a conversation with a bank teller, or one night of waiting. A lie cannot. A lie needs speed. It needs isolation. It needs you to believe that asking for advice is betrayal. That is why the warning signs often arrive together. Sudden danger, urgent money, and a demand for secrecy. Daniel put down the pen and called his daughter, Claire. He expected anger. Instead, she said, "Dad, I am glad you called." Together, they searched the photographs Elena had sent. The same face appeared under several different names. The stories changed, but the request was always the same. Money now, questions later. Daniel felt relief, then embarrassment, then grief. The relationship had not been real, but the loneliness it touched was real. The hope was real. The need to be known was real. And that matters, because shame can become the scammer's final weapon. It can keep a person silent even after the money is safe. Claire did not ask, "How could you believe her?" She asked, "How long have you been this lonely?" That was the question Daniel truly needed. The next morning, he blocked the account and spoke with the bank about what had happened. Then he wrote 3 reminders beside his phone: urgency, money, secrecy. If all 3 appeared together, he would stop and call someone he trusted. But Daniel did something else, too. He stopped treating loneliness as a private failure. He accepted Claire's invitation to Sunday lunch. He returned to the church coffee group he had quietly left after his wife died. Wisdom did not ask him to close every door. It taught him which doors should never be opened alone. If someone pressures you to send money quickly and keep it secret, pause. Speak with someone you trust. A loving relationship will not punish you for protecting what has been entrusted to you. Daniel's loneliness did not make him foolish, but one honest question gave him permission to become prudent again. Real love can survive a question. A lie depends on silence and speed.